Hey there gang, Patrick King here coming to you live from Asheville, Ohio. Today's question comes from Jean, and Jean asks, I'm working on perfecting and repeating my dressage tests to improve my score. My horse knows what to do, but he can be a major grump because he's bored. How can I help him? My answer for this is going to be fairly simple, Jean. The biggest thing when we're practicing a test, whether it's a dressage test or a ranch riding pattern or a reining pattern, the biggest key when we're practicing these things is to never practice the test as it is, or rarely practice the test as it is, because just like you're encountering, our horses can get bored to that. They can get to where even some of them will start kind of, we call it taking over. Some people call it anticipating. I would call it taking over. With your horse, like you said, he's getting bored. He's getting a little bit grumpy because of the repetitiveness of working your test or your pattern. So the big key is to work on the pieces of the test, excuse me, to work on the pieces of the test, but not to work on the test itself, not in the way that you'll be competing. In this way, your horse kind of never knows what's coming up next, and so he waits for you to ask him what's coming next. Again, it doesn't matter if it's a dressage horse, if it's a reining horse, if it's a ranch riding horse, a horsemanship horse, any kind of tests or patterns. Never ride the test as it is, or almost never, but ride the pieces so that your horse doesn't get to assuming or just getting totally bloody bored. And then when it comes time for that test, again, there's no assumptions, there's no boredom, the horse is waiting for you. And also, mix it up. The figures that we ride in a test or in a pattern, those aren't necessarily, those aren't the only exercises that we would do with the horse. That's a test to prove that the other exercises that we're doing are being effective in educating our horse and in developing their balance and their strength and their understanding of our aids. Okay, so make sure that most of what you're doing is other exercises, other things to help educate your horse. We would think if we were competing with a horse, riding a pattern, riding a test, we would think 80% preparation, 20% execution. The same thing goes for the elements of your test. 80% preparation, 20% execution. So don't ride the test and the pattern ad nauseum until your horse gets bored to death or crabby or to taking over, that sort of thing. Do it in pieces. You work on the elements, not the actual test itself. So I hope that that's helpful to you, Jean, and to everybody else who might be watching this. Let's see. Question of the day. What's your favorite discipline to watch at a competition? Maybe that's different than the one you ride. Let us know. Put your answers in the comments section below this video. And yeah, you keep asking questions. I'll keep giving answers. Thanks so much, guys.